Hello, we're back. How you guys doing? Welcome to the Seekers Chronicles, Paranormal Historians, where history meets the paranormal. And we have great guests tonight, so we're going to have a good time. And over there, Twin Peaks, how you
Yes.
doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? How was your weekend? How were you doing?
History meets the paranormal meets the craziness. It was good. It was really good. I just realized it's episode 85. This is our 85th episode.
Yeah.
And yesterday was my father's 85th birthday. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. And tomorrow's my daughter's birthday. So she's going to be watching. So shout out to Julia, 29 tomorrow.
Happy 29th birthday. Oh, man. I remember those.
I know, right? I know.
29.
I know. So,
Where did it go so fast?
I know. Just blink your eyes.
I remember having a big birthday party on my 30th birthday. All my friends were there and stuff. Now, I'm like...
Now you're 40. How did that happen?
Now I'm 31. It went by fast. No, but yeah, it goes by too quick. Really does. You don't realize it.
It does.
Enjoy your birthday. Enjoy your youth. My son's 29 now. He's going to be 30 this year, so...
That's
Jesse.
amazing.
Now, of course, I got
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jesse's going to be 30 this year. So, I remember those days. Yeah.
I know. How did we get so old?
So, remember I was in that art show recently?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I picked up my art last week, and I got this in the mail today.
No way. What did you get?
Another honorary mention.
Yes.
That's
what I'm talking
on
about.
spirit art. I'm getting awards for spirit art. Nobody knows what the hell they're looking at, but they're enjoying it. So
they're scared to death of it, but they're
they walk by like, give him something. He's gonna curse us.
No.
Ooh. So yeah, I mean, it was an interesting show. So
Cool.
I enjoyed it. Well, I know you've been on adventures. So what have you done? Thank you.
Me?
Ron.
What are you talking about?
I know you. You go on investigation, what, 2-3 times a week?
Oh my gosh. It was a rainy Memorial Day weekend. I just had a party for my daughter. So no. I did one today, but no.
Yeah, you did one today. So you didn't pass up
300-year-old house, my favorite house by me. Yeah, 300 years old. Can you imagine?
300 years old. I feel about that. I feel about 300.
We got to get there. It's a wonderful Revolutionary War era home, and that you need to get to sometime soon. I'm sorry about the train in the background here.
Why don't you go tell them they got to stop their whistles when they pass your house on Tuesday nights between 8 and 10? I think you should get your butt out there and tell them right about now. Go ahead. Jump before that train.
Yeah.
Stop right there.
Okay, yeah. You want me to stand right in front of the train?
Stand in front of the train. So you stop. So that was your weekend. That was mine. We had a good Memorial Day weekend. I just want to, memorial for the soldiers and, the memorials and the ones that are here and the ones that aren't, the ones that fought for our freedom. I just want to, thank you for your service and the people that didn't make it through. Thank you for your service, and because of you, that's why we're still here. Mm-hmm. Freedom's still here, but freedom is mostly still here.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you. My father was a veteran from the Korean War, and
is that right?
He came back. He was in. He's seen some action that it stayed with him for his whole life, and he had a lot of issues and stuff like that, alcoholism, and so it wasn't easy being around a man that was like that. But then you look back what he had to deal with. He was signed in at the age of 17. So
yeah,
so.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting some new friends tonight in the chat room, because I know our guest has a lot of really great people who follow him, including me. I follow him.
Yeah, fangirl.
Fangirl.
And, like Bobby's been saying, you fangirl or fangirl, whatever.
Fangirl. I am the fangirl.
Okay.
That's
So
for sure.
I guess let's not let out.
I know. It's like
he has his own podcast, and he actually he had somebody else stand in for him tonight, so he could come on our podcast, which that's
so
an honor.
great.
I mean, we'll do it for him too, you know.
It's so great. And you were on his podcast recently, and I was in the chat doing what I do for you. You're like, what's the name of that? And I'm like, Anthoiny, it's this.
So I'm sorry if I'm all rough and I didn't get a chance to shave today. I've been sick for the last couple of days, so bear with my whatever I look like here. And if I cough, just cover up, make sure I don't get you sick on the air. So
yeah,
Jennie, I think it's about time. We're done.
I'm ready.
Let's bring them in.
Okay, so tonight we have a wonderful podcaster, investigator. This is interesting. A paranormal short story writer, and also a new voice actor, which you will appreciate once you hear his voice. We have Paranormal Paul Anthoiny with us tonight. Welcome.
Hey guys.
He is.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Doing?
You're welcome.
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Always good.
You know,
always good.
When you guys said you had an interesting guest, I was looking around. Where? I was looking on the show notes. Where? Who is it? I'm like, oh no, it's just me. No.
Behind you with the eye patch on.
Is one of those guys?
Yeah.
I'd rather have one of these two on. They're scary.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. I think
they look like somebody I know, but a lot of places we go to, especially Paracons, the women dress with their eyes like that or whatever. So
really,
it's scary. So, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a crazy day, but I'm doing good. I'm here. The work day is over. This is the fun part. So this is what I love to do. Talk to people, like we said backstage, meet new faces, meet new people, and then just learn from each other and have a good old time.
Yeah, I mean, people get too serious with this, with the paranormal, supernatural. You get into it for questions and answers, but you got to enjoy what you're doing. It's not once something becomes a job, it's not enjoyable no more.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
How
you doing?
Kind of. If you love it enough, I don't love my day job enough to want to keep doing it and to keep it as a fun job. This is what I love to do, to talk to people, meet new people. People seem to want to come in and watch my show, and I'm just thrilled to death that people. And I'm honored that people want to listen to what I have to say. And I'm just an idiot from the Midwest who happens to have a microphone and a camera. But I love doing this. I love bringing people's stories to my channel and so other people can hear it too. Because I don't have many encounters. I'm building as I go. I've had quite a few in a short amount of time. But it's just fascinating that to hear and learn from other people too. So
yeah, I agree. As I know, getting guests is I when I go to these Paracons, I'm part of these Paracons. That's how I get my guests, and you get to know them there, like we get to know each other on the air here. But when you go to these Paracons, sometimes you go to dinner with them, go to lunch or whatever, or you have a drink with them. You just chat it up, and then you say, "Hey, you want to be a guest?" And then
yeah. And I've met a lot of other podcasters that way too, and it's just fantastic. I mean, we meet each other on these things, and that's great. Don't get me wrong with that. This is just absolutely fantastic. But to actually meet somebody in person, like one day I hope to meet you both in person to either shake your hand or hug you, whatever. Definitely. I'm a hugger too. I don't care.
Shake and a hug. You bring it in.
As long as you're not sick.
Yeah. No.
I wear a mask.
But even better, going out and going to some of these conferences and meeting some of these people that you see their names going up and down the side of the screen over there. To me, that's a lot. That's really fascinating to me that, putting in a face with a name, and you're friends with some of them on Facebook or whatever, and sometimes you see their face on there, but it's nothing like meeting somebody in person, and putting a face to some of these names that have been with me for quite a while now. So that's awesome. Yeah,
that is
I
awesome.
agree with that.
Especially like we have the opportunity to because certain people we actually get to investigate with some of those people, which is awesome too. Like one-on-one type of thing, not like you go into a tour or something, like one-on-one. And
yeah.
it's interesting because then you see their techniques and you could have put it to your techniques and back and forth, and that's it's interesting.
That's how you learn stuff. I mean, I've met a few people that I've gone investigating with. One of my co-hosts on Wednesday, Krista from Blondes and Booze, she actually lives about 40 minutes northwest of me, and we meet and do investigations. I don't want to say all the time, but quite often. And another from Ghost Sister, Mandy from Ghost Sister. I had her on the show a couple times, and she was looking for a new place to investigate. And I said, "Hey, come on out to Missouri. We have some really messed up stuff here." And then she came out, and we met, and she brought her husband with her, and we did some investigating here in St. Louis and out in Kansas City, and out near Kansas City, and that was fun. I got to work with somebody different for a change, and it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool learning some stuff from her. Yeah.
I love that. I love when that comes together, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm coming to Kansas City on my birthday, June 25th.
Nice.
For a World Cup game, and one of the people in our chat every week, I'm going to meet with her.
Nice.
I'm going to meet her for coffee. So same idea, right? Like
Nice.
you get to know somebody in person,
Yeah.
who you just know through the chat.
Exactly. So how long are you going to stay in Kansas City? How long are you going to be there?
I'll be there like 4 days.
Okay. So if you get a chance, and Richmond, Missouri is maybe 20 to 40 minutes away from there. I don't know if you're going to have time to go there.
Not far,
there's a place called Ray County Museum in Richmond. It's 2 or 3 stories, 50 some odd rooms. Each one has a different spirit in there. And it is just absolutely fantastic in there. And the curator there, Kathy, she's an amazing person. Hey, Adam. She's an amazing person, and I've been there many, many times and have many stories from there. So, but yeah, I highly recommend Ray County Museum. Ray County Museum in Richmond, Missouri.
I got it.
Yep.
Okay, for sure. I'm going to try and squeeze it in. That'd be good.
Tell her that I sent you. She might not let you in because of that, but tell her I sent you anyway.
Yeah.
I'll say, Paul sent me, I think.
Cool. Who?
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
They mention a bunch of different names.
Yeah.
And then you say, Paul Anthony? And then she'll be like,
And I'll be like, I think Paul sent me. No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
It depends on if she lets you in, yeah. But no, she's awesome. Yeah, we have a great relationship. We love to pick on each other and everything. So, which I seem to do with a lot of people.
That's the most fun. Oh my
It
goodness!
is.
Thank goodness you understand, because some guests come on here and they hear Anthony and I talk to each other and they're like horrified. But really, that's just how we talk to each other.
That sounds like me and Natalie. Yeah, it sounds like me and Natalie. But yeah, we have a good time, and and I don't know if you guys know Greg Ogles from Relic Films. But he once said that if you're not laughing, you're doing it wrong. Mm-hmm. So, exactly. And I've lived by that since he said that, which been a couple of years now. So
yeah, I had a guy on my team. One of my partners, he passed away about 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. But his main motto is, "You got to laugh." Yeah, you got to laugh.
Yeah,
life
is too short to take this stuff too seriously.
Oh, for sure.
Got to have fun along the way somehow. So,
and the way we're going to find out all the evidence and all that stuff, that if we're going to find out all these answers, it's not by our evidence. It's when you go over to them. Mm-hmm. That's when you're going to find out. Like, okay, all the answers you're going to find out is when we're on the other side, and some numbskull like us is going to be around with K2. Is anybody here?
Do you know you're dead? what? How old are you? What's it like there? Yeah,
Oh
just
my
ignore them.
goodness.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You'd be like, but if I did die and people came and see me, I would set everything off at the same time in
Yep.
every room. So
I'm
then you
full
know which
blown.
way to run.
I'm full blown pulling their hair, messing with their shirt, flipping their hat
I love
off,
it.
Yeah,
draining their batteries so they can't do anything.
that's funny.
Well, I'll be a helpful ghost. I'm gonna heat up their coffee and I don't know.
Yeah, she'll bring him coffee or something.
You're
Hey,
you're the nice one.
that must be Jennie.
Yeah.
I'll be the helpful ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get their coat for
There's
them.
gummies on the table. Oh, Jennie must have brought
Yeah.
that.
I'll be like candy. I'll be like suddenly candy will appear
Jennie go
on
over
the
little
table.
gummy
Yeah.
bears and stuff would be around.
That'll be me.
That's Jennie.
That'll be me.
Oh, there's fresh sandwiches. Oh, that's Jennie the ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be like, where's my K2 meter? Where's all this stuff? Oh, we took it.
My
Okay.
goodness.
Yeah, we took it. Yeah,
Oh my
right.
goodness.
Excuse me if I cough tonight.
You're fine. So Paul,
Sorry.
Yes.
you have a
I'm here.
podcast. How did that begin? How do you, people always say to me, like, what made you start a podcast?
Well,
And I say, Anthony made me. He threatened to break my kneecaps if I didn't.
Hey, that's how you get people to join you. You got a choice. Your brain's on the contract or your signature. That's it.
He's
I'm
like, do a
making a-
podcast with me or I'll break your kneecaps.
I'm making a mental
Oh, my
note here
goodness.
not to piss off Anthony here. Okay.
Yeah,
Make
good
it off,
idea.
you can't refuse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, follow me for pointers, for sure.
That's right.
So what made you decide to start a podcast?
So, okay, I had been doing podcasting for quite a while, doing like sports podcasting, which is my first love, and doing other like entertainment stuff, general stuff, general podcasting, and nothing really.
For it, so.
Thank you. Nothing really hit home. Nothing really stuck. And I was doing one. I started one called what do I call it? High School Sports Scene, or St. Louis High School Sports Scene, or something like that.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, okay, this is going to be it. No one, TV stations and things around here, they don't normally do high school sports. So it's just maybe like 30 seconds on the news or whatever. But I'm going to do a whole show to it, highlight a football team, basketball team, baseball, whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is going to, I put a lot of work into it. I did interviews, I did scores and everything. I got absolutely nothing from that. I went on for like 2 or 3 months and I got nothing from that. I'm like, okay, well, this isn't working. So I was kind of producing somebody's podcast one time and like, this really isn't fun. They're talking all political stuff. And I was backstage just almost falling asleep doing it.
Right.
And so then I had knee replacement surgery in 2023. And actually on that other show, I had done some ghost story or something. I don't remember what, UFOs or something, whatever it was. And like, this was kind of fun. And I've always liked doing stuff like this, talking with people and everything. Mm-hmm. So, I'm doing my recovery from knee surgery. This was in January of 23. And, before I had the surgery, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch TV this whole time. I'm gonna read books. I'm gonna, watch podcasts or whatever. So I'm laying there doing my little knee bending machine, which is fabulous. If anybody has a knee replacement, make sure you get one of those things. Fall asleep doing it. It's
I'll be getting one next
freaking awesome.
at the end of this year.
Noted for Anthony, yeah.
Noted, yeah. It's awesome. So I'm laying there, and somehow I got a hold of a copy of a book from a guy named T. Krulos. He's an author from Milwaukee, I believe. And the book was about Mothman. I had never heard of Mothman before. And I had been watching Ghost Adventures and all those ghost shows on TV, and I was interested in it. And I'm reading this, and I never do this. I got to the end of the book, and I see his contact information, his email. So I emailed him. I'm like, this is a fascinating book. This has got my interest. I'm thinking about starting a paranormal podcast, and I kind of explained how I've been doing this. And he said, he shoots back, I don't remember what else he said, but why are you thinking about it and just do it?
Ooh.
Okay. So a couple months later, in March of 23, I started Paranormal Among Us. and it's been a blast. It's funny. I kind of the other day I was looking back at some of my first shows, and it was me. On today's show, we're going to be talking about
Yes.
and
Yes.
then
No, same.
yeah, and then looking at now, I'm I don't know if I could cuss on here. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So earlier today, the podcast I was just on here on my show, I have the Spirit Box, SPI Spirit Box that I have on all the time. We were talking about the guest was in a prison and somebody sat on his lap. And right as he said that, the word whore came up on the thing. And I'm thinking about this. I was so scared and so nervous in the beginning, and now I'm talking about that. So I mean, it's coming full circle.
Your comfort level's way higher.
Oh yeah. But it's been great, and like I said before, I've met so many awesome people in this journey. You guys included and everything, and it's just so much fun to do and so much interesting. This topic is so interesting to me. All of it really, the ghosts, the cryptids, the UFOs and stuff. It's just so neat and so interesting to explore this stuff.
Coming. I mean, since we're on the show, we're coming to because everybody knows Bigfoot, UFOs. We know of course, the supernatural, the paranormal, all this stuff,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and we had somebody on that I wrote a book about fairies.
Mm-hmm.
And we had no idea about fairies until that. And now there's I'm finding out because I was invited to, in Massachusetts in September, it's called Fairies and the Yards. There's a whole group of people that are into that type of genre that actually go in fairy investigations, stuff like that. So it's like you learn something new from every guest. That's why when we go when I invite guests, I try to get as much as I can out of. I'm not just going to go for ghosts. I'm not just going to go for you. I'm going to see what's outside the box and constantly look for something else. And we've been learning. I mean, I've been doing this since I was 13 years old. I've been doing over 50 years, paranormal stuff. So you know that. I must talk to you about that. But the whole thing is, I'm learning something new every time we have a guest on this show.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
It's great that we get to talk to people.
Yeah, 100%. I've only been investigating for a couple years now, and I haven't had a whole lot of experience. I've maybe done 20. I don't know, but every time I go into a place, something happens. It's never a dull time. It's never demonic. It's something interesting that happens, and up until last September, it was always ghosts and stuff that that kind of thing that would happen. But in September, when I had my first Bigfoot encounter, that just changed everything for me, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to get more into this. I got to learn more about this stuff and everything. It's just incredible. And even as a little kid, I always laid on the grass or whatever and looked in the sky and, can we be the only intelligent life form out here? No. Is there anything else out here? There's got to be, as big as this universe is. And I've never seen anything until I started doing this podcast. And it seemed like all of a sudden things opened up to me and I get to see things. And
that's because your mind open to it now.
Yeah.
Speak to people, and your mind just opens to certain. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time, so I've seen, because I've been to the paranormal and the ghosts and stuff like that. But I've seen cryptics in the forest. I've seen, UFOs, and some strange lights in the sky and everything. So I guess when you get into here, it just opens your mind a little bit more into certain genres and certain, this.
Right.
It just opens you up.
So what happened the last 3 or 4 nights, maybe a week or so, whatever. I've been going out in the backyard at night when right before we go to bed, we let the dogs out, and I usually go out there with them and just kind of stare up at the sky and see if there's anything out there. And I take my laser pointer. Oh, I thought I had it up here. My laser pointer with me, and if anything happens, I'll be out to look at it, and I'm always saying, "Is there anybody up there or whatever?" So was it last night? No, it was 2 nights ago. Nice. 2 nights ago, I was outside. It was Sunday night. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, Sunday night.
Right.
Yeah.
My uncle had died that day, and I was in the backyard. I think I was just laying on a lounge chair or something, and looking up in the sky. And where I'm at, there's still a lot of light pollution. I'm pointing at a window over here. You can't see. Well, I guess you can see the reflection.
Just trust me.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. There is a window here. Maybe I am
I
crazy.
see reflection in the back there.
No, we get it. I mean, he lives in Queens. I live in New Jersey. Light pollution.
Yeah, there's a ton of light pollution, and I can see maybe a handful of stars out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out there just laying on the chair, looking up in the sky, just looking all over the place. And right below the moon, I see this dot come flying through the sky, not really fast, flying through the sky. And all of a sudden, the light gets bigger and brighter and brighter and brighter. And I was actually on the phone with Brian Bowden at the time. And I was telling him this, and he said, are you sure that's not a plane? And like, a plane is never, you see the flashing lights, and it's never gotten brighter. I don't know what it was, but it kept getting brighter and brighter. Then all of a sudden, this took like 3 seconds. And then all of a sudden, the light went out, but you can still see a little speck go across the sky.
Oh, wow.
It didn't move in a crazy pattern or anything, but the weird thing was it just got really bright for 3 seconds, whatever, and then left. And I'm like, Brian, I think I saw a UFO or something. I might not have been, but I did see E5, yeah. And it's, I don't know. I can't explain it.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, I had
That's
encounters
beautiful.
too, but I mean, when you first see it, it's like, did I just see what I seen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's always that you question yourself. Even to this day, I still question myself about spirits and stuff like that. Anything I see, and I draw it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
but I still question it. If I could sit down and close my eyes and start sketching, and then my hand, when I see it, I start drawing faster,
Yeah.
and it starts showing up.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was crazy. That was really crazy.
Yeah. And you had a recent experience with Bigfoot.
So yeah, in September we had this group of podcasters that we call ourselves the Islands of Misfit Toys. We had a conference.
Which one are you? I gotta know. Which one are you?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
the train with the spare wheels? No, okay.
I don't know. Ooh,
All
cramp.
right. You didn't get that detailed with it.
No, I didn't. We didn't get that detailed, but
Okay.
we put on a little conference in Richmond, actually, right next door to Ray County, and we had the conference on like a Saturday, and then we did an investigation Saturday night at the museum, and then a few of us drove across the state to Emmaus Asylum, which is in Marthasville, Missouri, which is just pretty close to where I live and right by where Krista lives. So a few of us, we had an Airbnb across the street from the asylum, and you could see the asylum over there. And a handful of us went across the street to investigate. It was me, Bigfoot Michigan Rob, Natalie Smearman, and Greg Ogles going over there. So, and Brian Bowden and Krista were at the Airbnb waiting for us. They didn't come across the street. So we're over there investigating and stuff. And then we got a few things. And then we went back to the Airbnb, and then we all kind of sat in the driveway and drinking a few beers. And by a few, I meant like one or two. We weren't getting drunk or anything. So, but the way Emmaus is set up is it's set up kind of in a bowl. You have the asylum, you have a highway that runs in front of it, and by highway, 2-lane country road that hardly anybody drives on. Sorry, my throat gets dry.
No, you're good.
And it's surrounded by woods. So, and there's been this area Krista calls Dogman Road, Dogman area, whatever. And there's been reports of Dogman activity there.
Okay.
So, and she's actually recorded something from in the asylum of some really weird growl. And they couldn't figure out what it was. Anyway, after we got back across the street, we were sitting in the driveway, and we kept seeing these white lights in the sky, and not in the sky, in the trees. And we heard weird, like knocking and weird noises coming from the trees. So, and I think I sent you the picture of the footprint that I saw.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I'll put that on one.
Okay, yeah,
talk about it.
in just a second here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kept seeing the lights, and there is a road behind the woods that are behind the asylum, but these weren't headlights because there was only one, and it was way up in the trees. The road, it kind of goes up a little hill, and the road's back there, I think. But you can't see the cars from where that road is. I don't believe. But these lights there was one like way up in the tree here, one over here, one over here, one over, and actually, I was out there one other time, and I remember standing on the side of the asylum, kind of looking into the woods, and I remember seeing white lights up in the trees. So we had some laughs, chit-chatted some more, and then we went in and went to bed. There was like 8 of us in this Airbnb. And the next morning, everybody was leaving. It was me and Natalie, and she went across the street to the asylum, did some recording over there. So I stayed on the other side of the highway and just kind of walking around, looking at stuff. And then when she was finished, she came back over, and we were walking the tree line. And this is in September. I had shoes and tennis shoes on, so I wasn't really prepared to go in the woods. So we came across something, and I'm looking down, and I see a little white thing. I said, "Is that an egg?" And we looked at it, and yeah, it was an egg, some kind of weird small egg on the ground. And then I looked up about 5 feet in front of it, and the picture that I sent you, it was an 18.5-foot print of something. I don't know what it was. And for scale, we put Natalie's little itty bitty tiny foot next to it. And, you know, I showed this to a couple people, and they, you know, I'm thinking Bigfoot. They're saying, no question, it was a Dogman print. But the scary thing is, that was about 20 yards from where we were sleeping.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a little concerning.
Yeah. That's always the worst. Yeah. When you wake up and you realize, you were this close.
Al Santariga. How you doing, Al?
So, hi, Al. So what about you say, how big was it? You said
18.5. Now 18. I have an app on my phone that's like a tape measure. So I don't know how accurate that is. So, you know, let's, I mean, 18.5 is still pretty darn big.
I'll put it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is with the foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you can see you can see the heel back there on the bottom. I'm pointing to it people can see where I'm pointing.
Yeah, I know.
See,
sorry.
I'm the idiot from the Midwest here. But you can see the heel down there, and you can see some toes up on top.
It is something.
And it looks relatively fresh. I mean, I'm no expert at this, but look how tiny her feet are. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it really does look fresh.
She can hang her shoes from the mirror from a car.
Yeah. But actually back a little ways from that, I didn't get a picture of this one, was another footprint, but it wasn't as defined or as deep as this one is.
This is the other one you have. I don't know if that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, that might have been the one without her footprint. I'm not sure. Her shoe.
Yeah, you can see the toes.
Yeah.
But you're right. It does look a little different than a typical like primate style footprint.
Yeah.
It looks more like a paw.
Yeah. But, you know, I know nobody like Shaquille O'Neal was out there. I don't know many humans that have an 18.
I got to be walking barefooted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
So, you know, is that a cryptid footprint? I have no idea. It probably is. We can't say for sure. And like you said, there's only going to be one time when we know all the answers. And, you know, I hope it's not soon.
Yeah,
I know.
But, you know, I sent it to a couple people. They said Dogman. They've couple said Bigfoot. I mean, whatever it is, it's big, and I don't want to be around to see it.
No, no.
Yeah, but you know, the crazy thing is, it was just so close to us.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I was saying too. It's like I like to go because I've been invited to a couple of adventures to go on Bigfoot hunting. You know, not hunting, but go on adventures and walking 20 miles in the forest. That's what stops me. I can't walk 10 feet without losing my breath.
Oh, no.
But I don't know. I mean, going out there and something that could rip you from limb to limb. What they say they don't, but I don't want to be the
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be
You
the one
can't
that
run.
does.
yeah. It's like not me. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's
That's true.
interesting.
Yeah.
So what is Dog Man specifically? Like, is
you
it
know,
just a variation? Like people have like the Yeti, and is it like
no,
a variation?
I think Dogman is more werewolf type cryptid.
Yeah.
It has the back legs like a werewolf, but it's thicker like a Bigfoot kind of, and it has the dog face feature to it. And from what I understand, it just said behind cloak.
Ooh.
That's weird.
Yeah,
So Paul's running his app. Paul's. I know you mentioned the app, but you're running it during the show.
SPI
So
app.
guys,
And normally it comes up with words on here, but this time it didn't. So I don't know why it's not doing that. Anyway,
so like a werewolf. Okay.
kind of like a werewolf, but thicker and meatier, I guess.
They also say those could be the skinwalkers.
Could be.
Yeah, that's true.
And from everything that I've understood and
I gotta
learned
go
is
there, with a scooter. Somebody said,
but it's one of those things that you don't want to see. I mean, they're supposedly really mean. You know, the Bigfoot, for some reason, I don't get the nasty, crazy vibe from a Bigfoot. I mean, yeah, they could probably tear us apart, no problem. But you hear too many stories of them being so close, yet they don't always seem to attack, unless those are the stories we just don't hear. But they're throwing rocks in your general vicinity. They're letting you know that they're around. Yeah, you just don't hear that too much.
Right.
So
I think they're more observing us. They're actually watching us and observing us. And when I guess you might get too close and they'll throw a rock or something your way to like say, "Oh wow, I better get out of here."
Yeah, you're in our territory. This is your warning. You need to. I could have hit you if I could. Type thing.
Right.
I believe that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we had people on the show saying that they had like boulders tossed their way, but never close enough to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, and they're like boulders like size like we can't pick it up and toss it that far.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of inches, feet, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're throwing it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's all.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do. Like you don't hear about like bodies in the wake of a Bigfoot. You know, like mangled bodies by Bigfoot. You know, you just hear the sighting. It's more sightings than real encounters. Although,
Al, you're sure that wasn't Brian coming visiting you?
That's funny.
But yeah, there was actually a story out in Richmond where supposedly 2 dogs attacked an Amazon driver and unalived him.
Really?
But they don't think it was the dogs. The authorities came and they how do I say this? Disposed of the dogs.
Right.
I don't like that. Anyway, unalive the dogs for that. But if it were the dogs doing that, then whatever. But they never found, when they did the autopsy on the dogs, they never found any human blood or any human remains, clothes or anything in that dog. So, and there's cryptid activity around that area, plenty of woods and stuff for it to hide in. And, Krista and I, we drive there together sometimes, and every time we pass the certain bridge going to Richmond, she's always telling me this story. This is where this happened. Look at all this place, this area that they can be in. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it definitely 100% could have. But yeah, the rumor is that it was a dog man that attacked this driver and just mutilated him, and they blamed it on the dogs. So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of those things that we'll never know. I'm
Well,
sure.
they're not going to admit there's going to be, because I think that'd be more like a scare and
Yeah,
people out there with
Yeah.
torches and trying to shoot this thing or go after
yeah,
it.
exactly.
You know,
For
it'd
sure.
be more like a panic type of thing.
Mhm.
Dogs, you get, it's like, oh, what's it? And then you take the dogs and you euthanize, you take them out. But if they know there's a real dog man running around, you never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. 'Cause,
Yeah.
That's, they don't want
Yeah,
to
you're not
make
going to have police announce that. We're in search of a dog man. Yeah.
Mass
Yeah.
hysteria if that happens.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Yeah.
you're right, Anthony. That's a good point.
Yeah, but in Queens, we have everything here. So I probably have a dog man, and we got all kinds of things over here in Queens.
I'm
Mhm.
sure you do have a dog man in
Yeah.
Queens. A hot dog man.
You don't call them hot dog man. You call them dirty water dogs.
Dirty
Oh.
water dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying a hot dog or a dog man that looks hot, like cute?
Yeah, God.
Yeah, well, that's what she was looking for a hot
That-
dog man.
That's what That's what I took from it. But,
She probably would adopt him.
Oh my God. I'm vegetarian. We're gonna let all this go. That's
She
disgusting.
had a hot. She would adopt it. She adopted. What did she? She forces cats. She'll force a dog man now.
foster a dog man. Not
you go.
recommended. Not recommended.
Just feed him the UPS guy if he doesn't give you your package right.
That's wild that you've already had that, like with the footprint. I mean, people search their whole lives
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but my first I just felt something on my leg. My first
The dog
ghost
man was lifting his
investigation,
leg on you.
huh?
The dog man was lifting his leg on
Yeah,
you.
there you
Could have
go.
been. Could have been. It is moist.
Oh, God.
My first investigation, I got a very, very clear EVP. I wasn't even Bigfoot or squatching, and I get the footprint. I've just been very lucky
You have.
with some of these things, and I always tell people that things don't always work out the first time around, and sometimes you don't get anything, and I'm lucky enough to have both of those incidences on the first times and stuff. So.
Yeah, and
That's
kinda
so
cool.
true.
Wow.
How many nights, Anthony, have we sat all night staring at a doorknob?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's plenty of times. Doorknobs or cabinet doors.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I got cameras fixed on these things because they say, they shake. So I have them on, my cameras on these things all night, a doorknob or kitchen cabinet, just to see if the door shakes or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're watching like 4 or 5 hours worth of video just to see a little doorknob, and then nothing happens. It's like,
Yeah.
A chair.
Just wasted,
Exactly.
5
Yeah.
hours of your life that you can't get back.
Never. Yeah, exactly.
Something like that happened to me at Ray County. I was in a room called the Civil War Room, and supposedly, those little cabinets, probably. I mean, that's an end table, but it's about that height, and there's like little cabinet doors on there. Supposedly, there was a spirit of a guy in there that liked to open and close doors like that. So we did our walkthrough before it got dark and everything, before we started investigating, and I opened one of those doors just to see if it would shut during the night or whatever.
Right.
So it was still open. We do our investigation. There was 3 of us in this room. I was in the corner, and there was one 6 foot away from me there, one 6 foot away from me there, and we had a spirit box in the middle of the room. So, I'm asking this guy, the spirit, I understand that you open and close these doors. Can you close that door for me, please? Nothing happened. We got no a couple of times on the spirit box. So I'm like, could you please, I really want to see you close this door for me.
Yeah.
No. And then we started saying, this started coming through, get out. No, get out. I'm like,
Right.
I'd rather not, but I'd rather you do this first and then I'll get out. So right after I said that, there was like a display case behind me, and it was like a glass case on top, and then it was just the legs on the bottom, so you can see the wall and everything.
Right.
And the person that was sitting on this side of me to my right, he looked over and he said, "Oh, I just saw a white mist go behind you." I'm like, "Okay, interesting." And then on my right side, a few seconds after that, I felt something, a cold breeze come past me. I'm like, "Okay, I just felt this." And I look down and I have 5 scratches going up my leg.
Oh.
Okay,
So I'm
you
like,
sent me that video?
yeah, that one picture that I sent you, it's kind of hard to see, and I couldn't really get a good picture of it.
Take that off.
But
Yeah.
it was 5 scratches on my leg, and you can kind of see them.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
see 3 for sure.
yeah.
4.
There was definitely 5. Yeah. It's just hard to get a
Oh,
picture of that.
No, it is. It really is hard to photograph.
You know, idiot me should have had someone else take it, but instead I'm trying to finagle my camera down here.
What
Yeah.
you do is you lower the contrast.
Yeah,
Sometimes it pops it up, or change the color,
yeah,
to something else, and sometimes that helps it
Yeah.
blow it off.
He speaks like he knows what he's doing when getting
the
scratched.
professional photographer over here.
He's like, I've been scratched
Yeah.
so many times. I know exactly how to adjust the contrast on my camera.
Yeah,
But needless to say, after I saw that, we got the hell out of that room.
Wow.
And then I'm walking around. Hey, I got scratched. And my brother, yeah, that's definitely there.
Yeah.
The guy never did close the cabinet door, so I'm like, okay, you win. But I really think it was him saying, you're not the boss here. This is
Right.
my room. I'm in charge. When I say go, you get out of here. Like, okay, so
Right.
you win.
I'm not a trick pony. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not here for your amusement. Get out.
Yeah,
Punk.
exactly.
But sometimes when you get scratched or something like that, scratch bitten or anything, that's not necessarily meaning that they're trying to hurt you. I mean, they're trying to get your attention.
Right.
So it could be either way, but usually, because I come across a lot of negative, or you got negative and positive energy out there, and that's what the spirits put out. I'm not crazy about the demonic stuff and everything like that, but I think it's more positive and negative energy. And like I said, sometimes they want you, sometimes they just try and get your attention.
Yeah.
Depending on what they're doing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I thought I took that as a warning. I mean, it wasn't 3 scratches. It didn't burn or anything, so I don't think it was anything demonic. And I really don't think there's anything demonic in that building at all. There's some negative stuff. It's shaped in a Y, and what makes this place so cool is all of the hallways. I mean, all the different themed rooms, like there's Black History, World War I, Desert Storm, World War II, Civil War, Indian artifact, all kinds of things. And it's shaped in a Y, so there's going to be 4 hallways going down. And, each of the hallways is something different, but you never feel anything negative in any of these hallways, except for the hallway up on the top left, which is where the room was that I got my leg scratched. The second you cross that threshold into that hallway, and it doesn't help that there's all kinds of mannequins roaming around, not roaming around, but in the hallway and in some of the rooms. If you forget they're there, you're going to poop your pants.
Right?
Yeah.
Why?
But the second you cross into that hallway, it completely changes. Just it's nothing it's nothing demonic. It's just dark. And you feel it the second you walk down there, and everybody said it too. I mean, it's just the weirdest feeling. I've heard people talk about it before, and I had never felt it until I was there, and I'm like, my God, you can certainly tell that something is different and off down this way.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the hallway that somebody got choked by a spirit too.
Oh, wow.
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that's a definite place. That entity's gone, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds like we got to make our way out to you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let me know. Come on, I'll take you to a bunch of places. That Emmaus, that's got something. Like I said, the whole thing is haunted. You got the forest. A couple times that we've been out there, people have seen all kinds of crazy lights in the sky. I think that's where I saw my first UFO or whatever it is in the sky that he couldn't explain. It's got all kinds of stuff, and it's such a big complex that it's something for everybody, and it takes more than one night to go through. Definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So is this we always ask on our show, you've been to about 20 investigations, but how many locations do you think you've been to?
I think about 5 or 6.
Okay. And is that one the one you told me about emerging as sort of like your place? We find that people start to get drawn to certain places.
Yeah. I think my place, just because Kathy is such a great person, I think my place, unfortunately, is all the way over in Kansas City, 4 hours away, 3.5, 4 hours, depending on how fast I drive. But I think that's one of my favorite places. I mean, she's such a sweetheart of a person. Of course, I want to support that, and I want to see good people see their business prosper. Emmaus is a fantastic place. Don't get me wrong. It's close, and I think it's an awesome place to go. It's not demonic, but like I said, you never know what you're going to get when you get there. Mm-hmm. It's an awesome place, definitely. So, 2 places I would highly recommend if you come to Missouri.
Sounds good. I'm taking notes. I do that anyway because I'm a geek. But yeah, I'm taking notes.
I usually have a notebook with me, but as you can see, it's blank.
What I always have a million questions, and Kimm and I are always usually Anthony's sitting there annoyed because Kimm and I are fighting over asking questions because the 2 of us are the nerds. We want to know why and what happened and what's in it. Exactly. So so you have a place that's kind of calling to you a little bit. Is there a place that you dream about going to that's really like a dream location for you?
I'm not really.
No?
I'm so new at this that any place that I would go would just be fantastic.
Yeah.
I know a couple people and I, keep wanting to go to the LBL in Kentucky and, investigate there. But I've also heard a lot of horror stories about that.
Really?
And I don't own a pew pew or anything. So I'm kind of leery about going in there.
What's in there that does that?
That's supposedly highly populated with Dogman and Bigfoot.
Oh.
And actually, Natalie, my co-host on Tuesdays, she was out there, Relic Films, which is Greg Ogle's company. They were filming for a whole week. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, Al. I know.
It's true.
And I say that every time I go out in the backyard and look up in the sky. Just be careful what you wish for. But anyway, Relic Films was filming a documentary out in the LBL. And it was a bunch of people going out there, and they saw a portal open, and 2 rakes came out of it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rake.
And
like the rake, the creature.
The creepy crawler guys.
Yeah.
And
absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. And, I know these people. I know these people well. I know they don't lie. I know that's what happened to them 100%. And, it's the only thing that kept them away was bear spray. Natalie sprayed them with bear spray and they went back. But still,
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Still, once they got to them?
I think they said they were around 10 feet away.
Oh,
yeah. I'd be saying it and then doing it. Yeah. I'd be saying, "Oh shit, look at that," and then I'd have to change my pants.
They'll never catch me because they'd be slipping on what I'm doing in my pants.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
I'd be running and they'd be like snip, snip, snip.
Yeah,
I'd be leaving a trail.
Yeah. But they saw those. They saw portal. I mean, it was just a crazy. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. Wasn't invited. Damn it. But no, it was just a neat place to go and investigate. But You don't want to do it alone. You want to do it with somebody that's experienced in there. And, that's the good thing about, doing stuff like this. You meet so many people that go there. And, I know a couple guys that go there just about every week. And they say, hey, yeah, come on out. Anytime you want to, go to the LBL, let me know. And I'll get you. So
nice.
So, yeah, there you go.
I like that. I would love that. We should all do that.
I like.
Yeah.
Those are the places I would love to go to.
And to answer your question even more, any place that's new, and by that I mean places that aren't heavily investigated.
Right.
Like Emmaus is relatively new on the paranormal scene. It's been around since the 1850s, but not a whole lot of people have investigated there. And I think a lot of times things get over investigated, and like you said earlier, Anthony, that these spirits are just tired of people saying, "What's your name? Do you know you're dead? What's it like there?"
Yep.
And stuff. So I like new places like that, and hopefully not demonic.
Right.
Do
you find that these places need to kind of warm up, though? I mean, I know people who go to places that have never been investigated, and I don't have an opinion on this, but some people feel that it takes a few times for spirits to get used to having somebody speaking to them.
Yeah, I mean, it could, but then again, it could be that it's been empty and abandoned for so long, and these spirits, oh look, a new person.
Right.
Let's scare the crap out of him. Let's talk to him. So
look at this guy. Hey, look at this guy.
Yeah, look at this idiot walking down the hallway by himself. Watch this. Yeah.
I love that. No, and I do think investigators.
Recently, I've been changing a lot of my investigation things. I'm going back to a lot of my old stuff, with a lot less electronics. Of course, I got my cameras going. I'm a body of cameras. But the whole thing is, we go into places now, and you can't accept. I thought, let's just sit there and let the building talk to us, or let us sit there and just listen.
Yeah.
Play recorders, just listen. That's all you got to do, because a lot of times they come to you. If you're going in there on a spirit and it's a new place, you're going in there, where you from, or how's your name, or how you die, what year it is,
Yeah.
You might be intimidating them. They're like, what the hell is it? Just go in and sit there and let them get used to you. The spirit will get used to you.
Yeah.
Just listen, be quiet. Or you might talk amongst each other, just a conversation. Just let them be, let them get used to it, and you're going to see a lot more evidence. We're seeing a lot more now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Did they feel like some, because remember, you're human. If you're going to be investigating somewhere, and, they might be feeling you're attacking them by just doing it, and every time you come in, it's like, oh, you're taking over.
Yeah.
That's why I've been saying on most of my shows, and Jennie knows, I don't consider myself a paranormal investigator. I consider myself a supernatural spectator, because they do not give you anything they don't want.
Right.
Spirit.
Right.
So you're a spectator in their world. They're not in your world.
Right.
You go into their world and expect it. So show respect. They'll come to you, and then you get so much more evidence that way.
And it's just like going into somebody's house that, you don't go into somebody's house and all of a sudden start tearing things up and looking all over the place for it. You go in with intent. You go in with respect, like you said. And, a lot of times you go in and say, hi, I'm just here to communicate with you. I'm not here to harm you. I just want to listen. I want to learn from you. And, I found that you say that. I mean, even I've heard people go into the woods and say, hey, Forest Brothers, we're here. We're not going to hurt you. I'm not armed or anything. And then, even going into the haunted locations like that, I'm here to listen. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to harm you or anything. I just want to listen, and then just sit there and do that. And, there's going to be questions that pop up as they come to you, but, just sit there and enjoy it, and like you're a guest in somebody's house.
That's right.
Like you're a human being who just being a human being. Like Anthony and I will sit and just either not talk or talk amongst ourselves, and we get the most, recordings that way for sure.
Yeah. And
if she stops talking for a little while, her head explodes. So she has to, once in a while, and then
I'm like,
the head starts blowing up. She stays quiet too long.
And
it's very true.
If you just sit there and have a conversation with yourself, You know,
Yeah.
not with yourself, with each other. Well, if you have a conversation with yourself and you're in an asylum, they might not think anything's different.
But
So anyway,
you're right. I mean, if
they'll
I'm a
chime in.
spirit and
Yeah.
I think, okay, these guys are cool. They're having fun. I want to be around them.
Yeah, you don't want this jerk to come in with all kinds of lights and gadgets and flashy
Right.
things and just totally
Right.
ruin your vibe or whatever. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we had this happen very recently. We were at the Penhurst School in Pennsylvania, and we were alone in this massive building, and we were just talking, amongst ourselves. And we played the recorder back, and some guy was like, I gotta work all night, blah blah blah. Like just being a human being, just being
You got to record
like the rest of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I got effing work all night.
Yeah, it was like it was so funny.
That's what she got on her recorder. It was just
Yeah,
her and I in the building.
It was
And
like
it
you
was like
just
a
wanted to
building that was
shoot the
falling apart.
breeze.
The ceilings are coming down, everything.
Mhm.
And we
I
just
know.
walking down the hall, just quiet and just recording.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when the spirits are getting mixed, he had to work all night.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You
But
know,
he joined in our conversation, which I
Yeah.
thought was beautiful.
yeah. Why not? I mean, they were human once. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
so
But
that the first investigation I was on was in Ashmore Estates over in Illinois,
very nice.
and
Good one.
I was in the boiler room, and I had the dead bell on the steps, and it went off a couple times, and I was filming down there, and I didn't hear anything, and I can't remember what I asked. I think I might have asked, "Is anybody down here with us?"
Right.
And nothing happened. So I get home, I start going through the film and everything, and I get to this point, and as I'm going up the steps to get out of the boiler room, I hear this disembodied voice, "We're watching."
Oh, I
And I'm
love
like,
it.
holy crap. And I played it back again. I'm like, this didn't happen to me, did it? And I'm like, yeah, we're watching. It was so cool. And, I called Krista, and I'm like, I got something really cool. And I mean, it wasn't
And
the person.
you heard it, but you also recorded it.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it with my ears.
Oh, okay.
I
so
just
it's-
had on
so
my
it needed-
camcorder that I
okay.
had. I
Okay.
heard it on there.
Okay.
And it wasn't. I was with another newbie. She didn't come down into the boiler room. She stayed up on the little steps up there.
Hey.
And I heard it. Plain as day on the recorder on the
I love those.
video.
Those
that
are
was
beautiful.
incredible. It's like it's one of those things that grabs you and pulls you in and just gets you hooked like crazy
yeah.
and everything. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm in it now. I can't get out of it now. This is good. This is fun.
When you get stuff
It's so
like that, yeah.
intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
It's so intelligent. Like I once had a disembodied voice that I also captured so right next to me in the Betsy Ross house in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman said, I see you there. And that's such a simple sentence.
Oh
But
wow, yeah.
it's so direct. It's
Yeah.
such a connection, right? Like
Yeah.
I can see you.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Just that
Yeah.
simple sentence really, really hit me hard. Like
I
wow.
was here in our family room watching football. It had to have been in December or January one year. It wasn't. It might have been in 24, 20. It doesn't matter what year it was.
Okay.
But I'm sitting on a couch. So it's kind of an open house. The couch that I was sitting on faces the TV, and then behind me is a short wall, and then our kitchen is back there, and my wife was making dinner on the stove. So I'm sitting there watching football. My dog was sitting on the couch with me. Like, she's the only one that watches football with me in the house, so no one else cares about it. So I'm sitting there watching it. It was playoffs or something.
Right.
And all of a sudden I heard somebody say, "Oh my God." I'm like, I look over in the corner and I yell back, "Honey, is that you? Did you say something?"
It wasn't
No,
your
I
dog.
thought, no, my wife. And I said,
It wasn't your wife. It wasn't your dog.
I said, "Honey,
Yeah.
did you hear that? Did you say something?" She said, "No, I thought it was you."
Oh,
So she heard it too.
Oh
And
my goodness.
It was like right up above me in the corner of the room up there.
Oh,
So I'm
that's
like,
brilliant.
holy shit, that was
Yeah.
bizarre.
When it's just part of the conversation, you
Yeah,
hear that.
I don't know I don't remember what game it was or who was playing or whatever. I do remember it was kind of an interesting game and something must have happened.
Oh yeah.
And I think I even was kind of, oh wow, that's kind of a cool player, whatever. And it came up, oh my god. So I'm like, wow,
That's
that's cool.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So you have somebody, you have a friend watching sports with you.
Finally, I get somebody in my house that likes watching sports
See,
with me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll come over.
Okay,
I
come
love
on
watching
over.
sports.
Yeah.
I'm a huge sports fan.
Come on
Yeah.
over.
I asked Jenny, and then people in the audience, some of the people know that because stuff follow me home a lot or whatever, you know.
Yeah, they do.
Mhm.
And it comes to a point now. I've been doing it so long. I just like I'll see something in the corner of my eyes, and I say, "Come on, sit down and join me.
Yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
TV. Come on, sit
Yeah.
down, and join."
He's
And
like,
I find
have
out that I don't
a
stay long.
Dorito.
Yeah, no kidding. Here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll throw a steak on. Yeah, come
yeah,
on.
yeah. Bring a
Yeah.
6-pack. Come on.
I was going to say, have some cannoli, but we have a drinking game. We actually have a drinking game on our show. We say
Sure.
cannoli, you have to drink whatever you have,
Oh,
whatever you
okay.
got.
I'll liquor up with some water here.
Yeah, we really don't liquor up too much.
It's like
here.
the password is cannoli.
Cannoli. Okay, so
No,
cannoli.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my, if anything happens to me, that's one of my cold words, cannoli.
One of them. Although I think you'll have some choice words for me on EVP.
Yeah, well, she's gonna do if I go and she's going to do EVPs on me. All she's going to hear is like, "For fuck's sake, Jenny." That's Anthony.
He's not kidding. I'll be like, it's him. It's really him.
Yeah, there's
awesome.
every investigation. I said at least 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's awesome.
And he's always making fun of me for being so pale and saying that I already look like a ghost. So I'll have to say something like that. Like, I'm even whiter now.
Gotta keep you guys on your toes. Yeah, that's
The
awesome.
friendly ghost.
Or I'm a vampire, he says. Whatever.
Vampire. Oh yeah.
Oh.
We have pictures of her being vampire. So
Mm.
Okay, let's yeah. Missouri's a boring state. You don't want to come here. I'm kidding. No, come on out. Come on.
No, it's beautiful. Are you kidding me? It's beautiful. Yeah,
It
my
is.
brother lives in Kansas City, so
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I love it there. Like when I first went, I thought, I'm like such an, I grew up, I'm from a big city originally, and then I moved to, the New York metropolitan area, and I thought, okay, how am I going to like this, the Midwest? But it was gorgeous, and I can see
Yeah.
why people want to live there.
Yeah. It's a neat
was
area.
completely
It's a
won
neat
over.
area. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been here my whole life, and it's awesome. And it's awesome
Yeah.
here. So yeah.
It really is. I was absolutely won over by the whole area.
And I'm learning there's all kinds of cryptid activity down in the Ozarks too. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
fun place to be down there. So
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's true. We haven't talked about the Ozarks much. Like we always get to Ohio. I don't know why. Ohio always seems to be the most haunted state on this podcast.
Ohio's a crazy town. Crazy
Yeah,
state. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You
My
experience
apologize
that?
to anybody that lives in Ohio that's watching.
No,
this.
we love Ohio. It's just that we find that most of the activity that people talk about, the craziest activities in Ohio.
Well, wasn't there a couple months ago? Wasn't there a bunch of reports of Bigfoot in Ohio?
Yes.
Like I don't remember where.
and he
but,
was doing a meteorite shower or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
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 With Kimm,
Yes.
Kimm on our show, she, like at the beginning of the show, always tells us something to do with this, the stars
Right.
or
What's going on?
happening,
And
what's
yeah.
going on, and
Mhm.
yeah, even what do you call volcanoes? She talked about all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
how I know it was a meteor shower going on because it was mentioned around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long ago. Yeah.
I think
No,
we had
exactly.
a guest on that was Bigfoot oriented. Mike, what's his name? Feeling? Oh, I'm bad with names.
Oh,
Mike Familia?
Familiar?
Familiar?
Like
So, yeah,
familiar.
Yeah.
Of
Familiar.
course.
Yeah.
Yes, we had him on at that time, and that's what they started talking about.
He's wonderful,
Mhm.
by the way.
He was a good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I'm very bad with names, so at least you got a good name. You're
Yes.
Paul Anthony. I can't
There you
forget
go.
that one. Hey,
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, trust me. I remember he was on your show and I was like typing. He means this. This is the word he's looking for.
I need somebody to do that with me because I'm always
Oh my
forgetting
goodness.
things on here, and everybody says I need pink Post-it notes. I have green ones; they don't work as good.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Pink
so.
Post-it notes. That's a good thing.
But as you can
So-
see, I hardly use them.
Oh my
I'll show you
goodness.
some Post-it
So
notes.
Anthony knows me because he calls me fangirl because I prepare and I'm always so interested in our
There you
guests.
go. Yeah.
But
Most of those, you see, they're not used neither.
I'm just sitting over here
that-
playing with them.
that's because you have a Jenny. You don't need to post it.
Yeah,
Um,
I had a
you have
Jenny
you have a
note. I don't
Jenny.
need post-it notes.
So I've been being as patient as possible, but I am so fascinated with this concept of paranormal short stories, and I want to know everything. Please.
Well, I honestly I don't know how it started.
Are you a writer to begin with?
No,
No,
I'm
okay.
not, and I don't
And
know.
that doesn't surprise me
I don't know
because
where I got this idea to do this, but I think it might. Well, I don't even know. It was before that, so I don't know. I just all of a sudden one day I'm like, you know what? Writing short stories would be kind of cool. And BJ is an author, as you see there, and she's
yes.
helped me out a ton on getting these things to look much better. So, I just, on my phone one day at work, it's boring as hell. And, I just started typing out a story and, it's kind of based, it's all fiction, but it's
Okay, that
based,
was what I was wondering. Okay,
it's
so these
based
are not based on
on
actual encounters, or
true
they are?
true events. So the one I did was, The Devil's House. It was about 4 friends after work going out to this place. Actually, it was in Fenton, Missouri, which is right by where I used to work. And somebody knew about this place called The Devil's House, and we would drive up there, and it was just incredibly freaky looking. This was I was a teenager, late teens, early 20s or something back then. It was just freaky, scary looking place.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember what the streets looked like. I don't remember what the house looked like. So the Devil's House was true. The 4 friends, their names were not true. I mean, I was one of the friends. I didn't include our names. All that stuff was true, but the events that happened when they got to this house is all made up. It's just
Okay.
kind of bits and pieces from what I've taken from other people's investigations on stuff that I've talked about. Same thing with this. I forgot the name of it. It was the third one I did. I think it was about a couple that was at a haunted location in Arcadia, Missouri, which I had a very cool experience there. We can talk about that later if you want. And they had as they were driving home on a stretch of highway, which is true, something got thrown at their car, and a big, huge Bigfoot or cryptid came out of the woods and scared the hell out of them and stuff. So,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a fun way to get my little crazy. Okay, what did that say? It came out in a different language. I don't know what the language is. Maybe Italian, but it said still waiting. Oh, I have a 4th one that I haven't touched in quite a while. So maybe that's what is still waiting. Interesting.
Okay.
But anyway.
The language. What language was it? Does it say?
I don't have my
Because we
glasses
have
on.
somebody that can speak Dutch.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's Dutch. It's here. I'll put it on the screen. No, you can't really see it. It's too small.
I can see it. Sorry.
I'll tell you what. I'll type in the chat what it was.
There you go.
But yeah, it's just a fun way to get my little creative brain to kind of move and do fun stuff. And I've talked with. Actually, the one that I'm doing now is about a UFO encounter in Lake Tahoe.
Oh, cool.
And it's really a cool one because it's a friend of mine, Bigfoot Fades. I don't know if she's still here, but she lives up in Oregon, and I take a group of people from Oregon, and they go to Lake Tahoe on a food show, which I work at a meat place here in St. Louis, and we go to Detroit once a year for a food show.
Nice.
So I kind of intertwine real life things into fictional stuff. So and it's fun, and I kind of use it too as for voiceover stuff to kind of read, like do audiobooks and stuff from it.
Sure.
So it's
You read
kind
your
of
own
extra
book,
practice.
right.
Yeah, I can't sue
I
myself.
love it.
Yeah, I know.
That's so cool. So you have 3 that are complete, and you're working on a 4th.
Working on a 4th, and I just put
Nice.
what it said on the
Okay.
on the chat, and it means still waiting.
I have
I don't know what language that is. Looks Italian to me, kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's that. You know, I've BJ and I have kind of kicked around the idea of like because I seem to have these stories come in groups of 4 people.
It's
And-
Spanish.
Oh, it's Spanish.
Every day I'm waiting. Esperando. That means that's a waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way. Okay.
Adam can maybe help us too. That's Spanish.
Okay. So
Yeah.
whatever it is, I get a lot of Japanese stuff on here too.
Well, that's hope too. Like I think Well, I think that has something to do with hope. I don't know. My mother's French, so I speak French, but like that's close.
Okay. I have no idea. I barely speak English, so you know.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
But you know, I've kind of kicked around the idea of having like a central group of characters and have them going around to locations and stuff. Maybe find like true locations, and then you know, if I've been there, I will like kind of get from my experience at these locations and just have it be these 4 people and stuff. So you know,
So the same 4 people go to each location.
Yeah, so these are the same 4.
Character.
Exactly. It's the same 4 people that went to the Devil's House. Now they've really gotten into it, and they're going to be doing more haunted places like that. So
Love it.
It's still in my mind. I don't know if I'm going to have much time to do it, but you know, it
Gotta make
might
a little
come out.
good movie, like a little short movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, BJ and I kind of talked about getting a bunch of these stories and making a book out of it. You know, I don't know. We'll see. It's something fun to do. I don't know. We'll see.
I think you should. Yeah. And you could turn it into, you're right, like if you have some actors, you could reenact that really easily.
Yeah. So it's fun for now. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
sounds like
it's
good.
fantastic. In your spare time, you write that.
In my spare time, whenever that
that's what
is.
we always say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Spare time.
for
What's
real.
spare time?
But
Yeah.
isn't this the fun stuff, right? Like this doesn't seem like work.
No, it doesn't at all. And I keep saying that this is what if somebody would pay me a good salary to do this, I would love to do this. I would take their money and love it.
100%.
Yeah.
You could survive on just doing the paranormal. I would, yeah.
Oh, that would be so much fun. That would be so
Oh,
much
my
fun. Everybody's
goodness.
watching. You know, get the 3 of us a TV show and stuff. We can go around
There
the
you
country
go.
and do this. Yeah.
There
Around
you
the
go.
world. Around the country. Hey,
Hey, Anthony.
there's somebody
Simone.
here. Talk to us. Hey. You know,
That's
but
funny.
yeah, it's if we could get paid for this to be
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, that,
Yeah, we
like-
always say we'd have a Secrets Chronicles bus, like one of those really tricked out buses that you
That'd
can
be
live
cool.
in,
Yeah.
like a tour bus, and we
Yeah.
would go all around the country, investigate, and pick people up like you. Like,
There
hey,
you
get
go.
in. We're
You know,
going.
I know somebody that bought an old school bus and transformed it into a RV.
yeah.
Very cool.
And he goes around to different forests and stuff and investigates there. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely something to do. I couldn't build one. I can watch you do it, but I would be no hell. I'd be a nuisance if anything.
I know I hate those talented people. No, it's
Yeah.
true though. Like
Yeah.
I've seen people do that, like that schooly thing. They do the buses. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
pick
well,
everybody up along the way.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, you're all invited.
Yeah.
yeah.
Give us your address. We'll stop by.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Need a
It's
really
tomorrow.
big bus though, I think.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, so what? It's gonna be great. You know,
Yeah,
like,
there
and
we
then
go.
they'll drop you back
Well,
off.
I had a friend that did that. They went from she retired. They sold their house. Her husband bought one of those big RV type of things, and drove from New York to California and back. Excuse me. And on the
Yeah.
way, they stopped at different locations and investigated,
Oh, it's
Mhm.
awesome.
which I thought that was very cool. You know, it's just like that's a dream for all of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
to do
for
that.
sure.
But you know, you have to have dreams to keep doing this all the time. You have to have these kind of dreams. But
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
So-
it's awesome.
So I got to ask you about the doll. Let's talk about objects.
okay. Which one? These
So
guys?
yeah. What is behind you? What are
So
those?
okay, so we go all out for Halloween and stuff. The front yard is we transformed this front yard into just a massive haunted house type thing. We
Okay,
have the
respect.
12-foot.
I love
We
that.
have the 12-foot skeleton. We have my
Yes.
wife. One year, my wife went around to garage sales and all she was looking for, BJ's comment. All she was looking for was little toy dolls, and she has a ton of them, maybe 30 of them, and she scruffed them all up, made them look real scary and dead and gross and everything. And I have them kind of situated through the yard. I have a skeleton that's puking radioactive stuff into a bucket.
Cool.
You do go all out.
I have a fence that goes around it and everything, and it's just really cool. And these two lovely ladies, they were part of the display. They don't stay out because they're just plastic. We usually put them by the front door. But they're usually up in the attic. And one year, I was about to put them away, and I'm like, you know what? These would look really cool in the back of my show and everything. So
they do. They do.
They're sitting there. BJ says my dad's in the blonde one, that one there.
Okay, so it's possessed by your father. Okay.
Somebody said that it moved one time on my show, and I looked back and I couldn't quite tell if it did or not. But I mean, Dad's here all the time, so maybe he is in there. And then these guys, same thing. They're just Halloween props. They're usually sitting out. They light up and everything, but I didn't turn them on or anything. So
I love it.
What did it say? It says guys didn't.
Guys
I don't know what that means.
Well, Anthony's got the twins. The twins.
They're what do you call it? They're Bella doll. Lullaby Bellas. And they actually move, they talk, and
so creepy.
Creepy. And they go, and they talk, they go ba ba da da, And we did have them on investigations, and I took them to Jennie, right this window, Shanley Hotel. We talk about the Shanley Hotel almost every show.
Okay. Yeah, we have to. It's a checklist.
And I had it on. I had it. The two of them on a chair, and they were talking. They were saying things, and all of a sudden they say, "Robert." They're both saying Robert. I don't know what's programmed. It's very little programmed. They were saying the word Robert, and everybody's like, "Robert."
Yeah, it's strange.
There was a woman walking over to them, and I didn't see it at first. She had one of those little Robert dolls. The haunted Robert doll.
Yeah.
Like a replica.
They were saying Robert. I said, who's Robert? They're like, that's the freaking doll. So we put the doll there.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. At that point, I was ready to throw them out the window.
No kidding.
That
and
was
then one of them was like swearing.
Then there was one of the guests there, a woman. She fell in love with them. She was carrying them like babies and everything. So we went outside. At the Shanley Hotel, there's a well that's in back of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
That is a young girl drowned there during the early 1900s. And they went up to the well, and the doll told the woman, gotta go.
Yeah.
This thing it's not programmed to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's telling her to leave. And I'm like, this is, and then they said, we gotta go. And then the doll stopped talking.
Oh, wow.
And then they went inside, and then the doll started talking again. But that's crazy.
It said bullshit. It goes bullshit. We're like,
oh wow,
that's not in there.
Yeah, I don't think they normally put those words in there. Yeah,
it's a child's doll. It's an old doll from I think from the 90s or early 2000s.
Wow.
And
right.
It's made. They still make them, but it's not as much they used to.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find them. And I bought them by mistake. Somebody had them on eBay, and and so the bid was started, and then I just bid $40 on them.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I'm never going to get these.
I'm never going to get them. Those were like $80-$90 a piece.
$2.
Next thing I know, I'm being charged, and they're being mailed to me. I'm like, I
crap.
So we use them on investigation, and Jennie's a little afraid of them.
Like Al said, be careful what you wish for.
Yep.
I'm not afraid of them. I just, in general, I have my own issues, like with people who have haunted objects at locations, because I think that we put our own energy into them sometimes.
Yeah.
Everybody says, oh, there's a haunted doll, there's a haunted doll, there's a haunted doll. And then that doll just becomes haunted, right?
Yeah.
Because we keep saying it.
Yeah.
Not because it's actually haunted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I don't know if these two are or not. I mean, nothing's really negative
maybe
happened around
father
here.
isn't there. I don't feel. And it's
Yeah.
not like they're in the doll. They're attached to the doll. It's not like they're living in the doll, you know?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's not,
And
like, it's not like a bottle of tea, you know?
It might bother me that you call it the baby in the bag.
The baby in the bag.
Yeah, I had.
It's a little disturbing, yeah.
That might be why I don't like it.
Around the same time, I bid on this
They're freaky.
doll. It was one of those Cabbage Patch dolls.
Mm-hmm.
And it came in a plastic bag. So I left it in the plastic bag. So she kept on seeing it because I used to keep it in the background. And she's like, I said, yeah, the baby in the bag. Baby
Kim and I are like, no.
Baby, it's a doll. It's
Don't
a baby
put
in
a
the bag.
baby in the bag.
I didn't want to get dirty, so I left it in the plastic
Anthony?
bag. And I'm holding it like this in the bag. I'm like, no.
You're like, no, it can't breathe.
They have feelings too.
I know. Too much.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Baby in the bag.
Funny. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, you got into your shows and you investigate. I mean, you interviewed a lot of people, you know, and I know you do everybody interview. Which subject that you seem to gravitate to? The cryptics or the UFO?
It kind of depends. When I first started, it was all ghosts because that's what, I watched all those shows and I was just drawn to that stuff. And I never really knew much about cryptids or anything. So I guess I kind of stayed away from that for a while in the beginning. But then, last September we found that footprint. Yeah. And then it was like, okay, I got to know more about this thing.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Exactly. Yeah. And, like it draws you in and it won't let you go.
Yeah.
So, I did that and, now I'm kind of going through it. I'm really weird. I go through phases where, okay, I gotta talk to a bunch of people in Australia. Okay, now I'm talking to a bunch of people in the United Kingdom. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here?
I love it.
But I mean, to answer your question, it depends on how I feel and stuff. But I love all of this stuff. I love learning all this stuff. I know more about the ghost investigations than squatching, but I want to know more about the squatching and stuff, and do more CE5s and stuff, and get more content that way. So it's I don't know. I try and touch everything and try and keep people happy.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The more you get to paranormal, the more you're going to start seeing other things too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. One thing leads to another. That's for sure.
I mean,
that's why I was asking, because sometimes people start with horror.
Because I've been doing cemeteries, like all these abandoned places and woods and forests and stuff. That's how I got to see that. You know, the UFO stuff. I actually seen them in Queens. It's not like I seen them anywhere else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Before you open up to this, and you're going to definitely see things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you got a puck wedgie next to you.
Yeah. Let's hope not. But
I got George the $2 wedgie. So
yeah, he did.
But if I keep going outside enough at night and just staring up at the stars, which I love to do, maybe I'll have an experience and something incredible happen like that. And it was funny the other night when I saw that light in the sky, I was on the phone with Brian. He said, just don't get abducted. Whatever you do, just don't get abducted. Just stay here. I'm like, okay, I'll go inside.
A lot of people want to be abducted, but you don't. Okay.
Nah, got it too good.
You wouldn't, if it makes you feel better, it sounds like you wouldn't remember from what we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I want to be probed.
No.
I'm kidding. I think we're good.
I don't want to be probed either.
Here.
No, me either. Me either. No, I'm happy right here on the earth.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
For sure. What has been so far your most really profound experience with ghosts?
Well,
was it that voice that you heard?
No.
It
was
that you mentioned.
An experience that I had with God's helmet. We were in a place called Arcadia Academy, which is down, ironically, it's in Arcadia, Missouri. So we were there with a group of people, and it was a Saturday night, and on every Saturday night, one of my good friends, BMR, he does a late night show on Saturday night. So he had us on because we were doing an investigation, and we do live investigations quite a bit. So somebody brought a gal by the name of Terry Mosby, brought along her God's helmet. And for those of you who don't know what a God's helmet is, it's a contraption that you put on your head. It has lights, kind of puts you in a meditative state and helps you see things. So we're sitting in this place, and it used to be an old Civil War hospital, I believe. And we're sitting in this room. She was on a couch. I was facing her. I was filming it at the time for BMR show. She was on a couch facing me. To her left was a small little staircase that went down, and to the right of that there was like a laundry room or something down there. To her right was a brick wall. So, and behind me was, I guess, the nurses' quarters or the hospital or whatever. So during the whole show, I'm taping her. She had the God's helmet on. She was seeing nurses running around behind me. There was a guy that kept coming out of the room over here and just standing there watching us. Because, I mean, Civil War people, they don't know what this kind of equipment is. Yeah. So, and a couple of times she said that there was nurses or something standing behind me watching what I was doing. So I'm like, okay, this is fun. Wow. So 15 minutes is usually the limit for that. So she finished, and somehow Brian got on the show. He was getting so he's a remote viewer, for those of you who don't know. He's a remote viewer. He lives in Florida. He had never been to this place before. And he is seeing all these things in his head. And he was typing it all in chat, and BMR finally just said, here's a link, just come on in the show. Yeah, so he gets on the show. And right after Terry got finished with her God's helmet session, BMR said, Paul, why don't you go ahead and do it? And I'm like, I'm pretty new at this. I don't know if I want to do this and get embarrassed and not see anything. And I'll be the one that doesn't see anything. So I'm like, okay, because I kind of been wanting to do it. So, all right, I'll do it. So Brian says, okay, you don't want to do it here. You want to go out the door, make a left, make another left down a driveway. You'll see a door with a white awning over it. Go in that door. That's where like priests live. And then go to your right. There's going to be a big room. That's where you want to go. I'm like, how the hell can you see this from Florida? You've never been here. How do you know this? So, okay, I'll follow you. I'm walking down here. Okay, I turn left again. There's a door with a white awning over it. Okay. I walk in there. Okay, there's a room here. It's a priest's dining room. Like, okay, so he's pretty damn good. So I sit down at this 8-10 foot long table. I'm at the head of the table. Terry is filming me, and there's another gal standing behind her. We were the only two that were in the room. 10 foot long, 8 foot long table, whatever. And in each of the corners, left and right, there was a door. Probably 7 foot tall door with the glass on top of it. I think it's the fire escape or whatever on top of it. So I go to put the helmet on, and Brian says, wait a second. Before you do, take a deep breath, relax. Something absolutely amazing is going to happen to you. I'm like, okay. So I'm intrigued. So I did that. I did exactly what he said because, he's spot on with this in a completely different state. So, and I put the helmet on, and I kind of closed my eyes. All I could see is like the white noise and stuff. So I couldn't really see anything. But all of a sudden I felt, and I can't remember which comes first, which happened first, but I felt something in front of me, like sitting at the table across from me. And I'm like, there's somebody sitting across from me. Somebody's sitting there watching us.
Right.
I couldn't see anything. All I was seeing was the snow.
Sure.
And Brian's like, yeah, there's somebody there. It's an older gentleman. slick back hair. He's just smiling real big at you.
Nice.
And he described it more, glasses and stuff. It was my grandfather.
Oh, I just got chills.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was my grandfather, and he was beaming like crazy. And right after I'm getting chills now too.
Yeah.
Right after I said that, I felt something touch me on the shoulder.
Oh,
And I'm like,
lovely.
and I felt it. And I'm like, is there something behind me? And he said, yeah, that's your dad.
Oh.
So I had my grandpa across the hall or table from me. I had my dad back here. And then I hear, and I hear everything that's going out over the air. And I'm still seeing nothing. I'm just seeing the snow, but it's kind of getting lighter and darker on me. So
Yeah.
and then Brian comes on and says, there's a lot more of your family here, but it's keeping everything out of the room for you. But Dad and Grandpa were the only two that were stepping out of the shadows, if you will.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
and then I kind of rewind to before I put the helmet on. He said, "You're going to have a very wow." I just got big time chills. You're going to have a very you're going to have a very big experience, very memorable experience, and you're going to see a gray alien. Like, I don't know where the gray alien fits in, but okay, whatever. So we go through all this stuff, and it's kind of emotional thing, knowing that my grandpa's there, my dad's back here. They're both proud as hell. Family members are keeping everything out. And every time I go on these things, I always, say a prayer to them, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, anybody, just protect me, keep me safe. And to hear that they were there keeping everything out.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, I'm looking over at the window, at the door. Up at the window, I see a gray alien head.
No.
Like, yeah. And it was a classic gray alien head, the almond eyes and everything. I'm like, what the hell is that up there?
You're like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, exactly. And everything that he said that night happened. I mean,
those people.
How did he know this? I have no idea. But it was just absolutely amazing and just an absolute awesome experience that I had. And, him and I are forever linked with that.
Sure.
It's just absolutely amazing. Very emotional. After I did that, had that experience, I took the helmet off and I collapsed. My head was down. I couldn't take it and stuff. And it just
strain you.
Yeah. But you get when things are negative and when things are around you, but to feel the family near me and to feel their love for me and keeping everything away from me, I felt it like I did when they were alive. And it was that, from that point on, I'm like, okay, this is freaking real. This is bizarre. I know they're always with me now and stuff. And it was just absolutely amazing. So
did somebody just say sure?
That was me.
That was you?
It was?
Yeah.
You sound like a man.
I said sure. Well, I guess I have a deep voice, Anthony.
That sounds sure.
It was me.
At 1:38.
It was I.
Okay.
No, I did it. It was definitely me. I did say sure.
Yeah, but that was an amazing.
Wow, that's up there.
Yeah,
that's up there.
Wow, people have asked me if you're going to do the God's helmet this time. You're going to do it again. I'm like, I don't think so. I mean, I did it one time.
Why would you?
Yeah,
you hit
I had a fantastic experience.
Yeah.
Why would I want to put that on and have something extremely negative happen?
Exactly.
I'm fine.
I mean,
I'm good.
Like you're good.
Talk, but I'm
you're
good.
good. You're good. No, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Our co-host Kimm, she does remote readings, and I feel like that's the most amazing thing. Like she'll be like, "There's a room in the basement, and it's off down here," and people are like, "How did you know that? We just found out ourselves yesterday."
Yeah.
That there was an extra room down there. She's unbelievable.
It's crazy. When I first heard about it, I'm like, yeah, that's not real. That's
right. No,
and then I heard
that happens too.
I heard him
do a little bit of that too, and that's how I do drawing also for remote. Adam in the audience, he did something with the Jefferson Hotel. He showed me pictures. I'm like, oh shit, and then I drew stuff from there. know. So.
You know, I heard stories and stuff with him, and I've had him on the show several times, and he's done exercises with us where he has a picture right in front of him that we can't see, and then we kind of have to meditate. And normally, it takes longer than just a few seconds to do, but it's live TV. You don't want to have dead air for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. So the me and a co-host and people in chat, what do you see? We see curved objects, we see stuff, and a lot of times we're pretty darn close. I mean, and stuff like that. But that's kind of neat. And the first time I heard it, I'm like, yeah, this stuff is weird. I don't know if I believe this. But then he's spot on with just about everything I ask him to look at, and he's 100% on target. So I wholeheartedly believe him. Yeah.
No, and you need that. You need somebody you can trust like that. Because exactly. I don't know. So do you generally work with a medium when you investigate?
Not really. The last couple times I've gone out, I have. I have a good friend, Jilly Maria, who's in my chat a lot. Really great person. She does live readings on my show several times.
Oh, nice.
And she's pretty much spot on. And I was lucky enough to investigate with her one time, and I had never investigated with a medium before. And walking down the hall or walking room to room with her is just amazing. I mean, you walk in and she's walking down the hall, and all of a sudden she stops, turns to, well, hi, I'm Julie. What's your name? And it's just amazing.
Right. Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love it. I'm not one myself, and I love working with them like Kimm or Anthoiny, because I don't know where to start. I say, like, where do I go?
Yeah.
What are you feeling, Anthoiny? Like, point me in a direction.
And with having a medium there, you don't need a spirit box or anything. I mean, they're communicating through you. And again, at Ray County, we were in one of the rooms as a kitchen, and there was supposedly a lady that didn't like men being in there. And we went in there with Jilly, and Natalie's also my co-host. She's kind of growing into her mediumship and everything, and she was able to see things. But we were in that room, and I was asking, are you the woman who doesn't like men being in here? And how do you feel about me being here? And it came through Jilly that, no, it's not me. It was my sister. And I kicked her out because she was a bitch. And now I'm here, and I like having the company. So, through Jilly, we had a great conversation. I love pie. She loves making pie. I just wish it was real, that I could eat it. But I mean, we had a great conversation. Her name's Mabel. So if you go to the kitchen at Ray County, ask for Mabel. She'll give you and tell her I sent you.
Okay. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
About Mabel.
Make some pie for us. Did you make any cannolis?
No cannolis. See, I'm on it now.
Yeah, see that?
She was mostly making what was she doing? Pies, cobblers and pies and stuff. So yeah. I mean, hell, any kind of dessert's good for me. I don't.
Yeah, there we go. Which leads me to the question that I'm not going to ask at the last minute like usual. Anthony's always like, "We don't have any time." I'm like, "I got to ask my question."
I'm scared.
This is a serious question here. This is a very serious question.
You got to hear this one.
Okay.
What is your go-to snack on an investigation?
Oh, cookies.
Cookies.
Yeah, cookies. You said.
Yeah, cookies. I don't know why.
I love that. Okay, that's the first time we've gotten cookies. Very good. I like that.
I mean, normally, whenever it's weird that you ask that, because whenever I go on a road trip, I always have to have red licorice with me.
Oh, see, that's a good one.
Yeah, and it's just something real quick to pull over and not pull over, but grab it and eat it.
Yeah, I need it.
That's a good one.
I guess I don't really haven't really thought about what I like to snack on in investigations. Yeah, cookies, I guess, because I mean, there's always seems to be. And you know what? I always seem to bring cookies. I never thought about it like that, but yeah, Twizzlers.
Right.
Yep.
You need something. What happens is when you go these things, they not just drain the battery, they drain you too.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to have something to bring you, energize yourself.
Yeah. And no, not chocolate chip, chocolate chunk. It has to be chunky.
Ooh. Yes. Okay.
Soft. Yeah.
Soft. Okay. And you don't like nuts or anything in it, just chocolate chunk.
if there's nuts in there, that's fine.
You're good with that
I'm
too.
good with
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've never felt drained of an investigation. I just say, yeah, Anthony, that's right. I need to eat because you're draining me. Yeah. Right.
I bring meat sticks, like
A lot of people do. That's
yeah.
a common answer.
Or beef jerky.
Yeah.
Like that.
So many people.
And she's a vegetarian, so she's like, yuck.
So you know what he tells me to do? He says, go out and graze in the grass. He's like, just go in the grass.
There's plenty of grass around these locations that need to be cut.
With friends like this. Yeah, no, he's like.
That actually sounds like something I would say. Sorry.
Yeah, I love it, right? He's like, just go graze. Just go.
We go to diners and stuff like
and
that.
It's free.
We're all eating cheeseburgers or, steak, whatever. Bacon and she's like sitting there with like a rabbit with a salad and stuff.
My God.
Let's go outside. It's cheaper to go outside. They look like they need their long cut.
Okay, it's funny that you mentioned bacon, and you'll see where this is going. So we were in Townsend, Tennessee 1st of May for a Bigfoot festival there. And
Nice.
It was me, Greg, a bunch of people. Brian was there. Natalie was there. A bunch of people there. They had booths and stuff. I didn't get a booth, so I just kind of walked around and did stuff, did my own fun stuff. There was midget wrestling that was fun and everything, so whatever. So the day of the festival, we went to breakfast in the morning at this little roadside diner. I had never been asked this when when the waitress came over and took our order. I ordered French toast with a side of bacon, and she said, "How would you like your bacon cooked?"
What?
And I looked at her like, "What?
I don't understand.
Cooked bacon. I want it cooked. Do you want it limp or hard?"
And please tell me you said.
I just split a gut laughing. I'm like, I don't know how to answer that.
No matter what.
The limp one is cheaper than the hard one. That's the extra for the hard one.
I'm just like, just give me regular bacon.
This
Cook the
took a
bacon.
turn.
Yeah. Just give me regular bacon. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It says the SBI says lost without you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So now the joke is, in our little group, how do you like your bacon? Yeah. So,
Oh my goodness.
sorry.
Now you're a vegetarian. No.
Yeah. No.
Just kidding.
Sorry,
No.
but I don't think I love bacon too much. I should.
I get it.
That's weird. But yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So that was.
That's
Bacon's
funny.
food from the gods. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
No.
Nice
from
piece
the
of bacon. And turkey bacon. What the hell is that?
No.
I've never eaten it in my life, really.
It's
Well,
not
you
good.
couldn't eat
It's
that
not
anyway
good.
because you're veggie.
Yeah. It's not good.
No, I'm a big I like the Twizzler idea. Like I like
Mhm.
I like that kind of chewy candy thing, like the
Mhm.
Skittles, like gummy bears and things like that. Like I feel like it helps you stay awake. It's like the
Yeah.
sugar rush.
Yeah. Something to keep you chewing, keep you thinking and
The
stuff.
chewing,
and,
that's what it is. Like driving, I have to have that chewy, like the
Yeah.
gummy bears.
Yeah.
Like I've got to have that chewiness to stay awake.
Yeah.
We're coming to
Yeah.
the almost time, so I want
Oh my
people to know in
gosh,
the
that went
audience
so
how they get in
fast.
touch with you or your shows, because I know you got more than one show.
Your
So,
stories.
I mean, whatever you say, we'll put in the chat and.
So you can catch the show Paranormal Among Us on YouTube. Just search either Paranormal Among Us or Paranormal Paul. Krista gave me this nickname a couple years ago, and it stuck. So she gave me another one now, but I don't like that one. So
Yeah,
they tease me with another one, so we'll leave that.
I get it. I get it.
But Paranormal Among Us on YouTube, I believe it's on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, any place where you get your podcasting from.
Okay.
We're with a group, and we have one guy that sends it out to everything, all of our shows out to everything. So it's out there. So if you go to paranormalamongus.com, I think that's the website. I have all my, when I first started the website, yes, paranormalamongus.com. When I first started the website, I was going to put pictures every week, every month, do different locations, pictures and everything, and I haven't done that. But I have a tab for my writings and everything. There's 3 stories on there. I got a merchandise tab on there, so you can get some beach blankets, ping pong balls. Ping pong balls that has my logo on it and stuff. I don't know.
That's fun.
But all kinds of fun stuff on there. And one of these days I'm going to update it with, more pictures.
Right.
But that, I think that's pretty much all I have. I do, so I do my show Tuesday and Wednesday night, Tuesday at 6:30, Wednesday from 8:30 to 10 Central. All times are Central.
Central time, yeah.
And then Friday morning, I've always wanted to do. I grew up listening to like a classic rock station, but it was all in the morning. It was just like a talk show, and it was hilarious. And I love doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And that's one of the. I went to school to for broadcasting and stuff, and I always wanted to be part of a morning radio show. So Friday mornings I do the morning mix with Paul, and every now and then I'll have some guests on. But it's it's just 45 minutes to an hour of whatever. It doesn't have to be paranormal. The only rule I have is there will be laughter. There's no politics or no religion talked about on that show. So it's just a fun thing to wake up on a Friday and do that. So it's I started it out. I did like 4 episodes, and then it got hard to do that from 7. Oh, thank you, Tara. It got hard to do that from 7 to 8, and then get to work, and then before that get up, get my workout in, and get my routine going. So it kind of messed that up. And then someone a couple weeks ago, I was on show number. I think I had 666 shows on the channel. Wow. And I'm like, okay, I need to do one to get off this. So I did a morning mix show, and it ended up just being almost me on. I was the only one on, but I had a few people in chat, and it was almost one of these things where we were just having a heart to heart. And it wasn't just me deciding this. It was me and probably 6 or 8 other people in chat saying, let's do this. And I'm like, okay. And we kind of, it's going to be this, it's going to be this. No politics, no anything. And it's just going to be a fun show. And, it kind of reignited that passion again for me in that, early morning radio talk show type thing. Sure. So I'm like, okay, we'll give it a go. We'll try it.
What time? What time?
7 a.m. Central.
Love
so it'll be 8 o'clock for you guys. 6 Mountain. Yeah. So.
No, it's good stuff. We're both, Anthony and I are both super early risers. So, what's next for you investigating? Where are you investigating next?
I don't have anything planned actually. I'm trying to get people together to go to the LBL, but with it getting warm out and with ticks and everything, I think it's going to have to wait until fall. I have some friends of mine that live down in southern Missouri, about an hour or so away. They have Bigfoot on their property, so I might wander down there a couple times. Definitely go to Emmaus, go to Ray County, but I really don't have anything planned as of yet.
Okay, that's
sometimes
best. See what comes up next.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I'm part of a group that runs tours at Emmaus, so I mean they have something going on every week. So I mean I can always go out there any weekend that I can, and head out there and join them. So.
I love it.
I hate to cut this off, but we really got to.
Oh my
God!
Got
somebody come on after us.
What?
Gotcha.
So,
I know, but this is sad because I really, really enjoyed speaking with you, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I love being on here. I love being here.
This
is
fun.
great. This has been fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to thank you for coming on. I mean,
thank you.
No problem.
You didn't do your show tonight to come on. I wish it's
We're honored.
I mean, it is an honor. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for being here. We had a great time.
Yes, we have.
I think the audience had a good time too.
Well, they did.
I want to thank everybody in the audience for showing tonight.
Yes, thanks everyone.
Thank you. We have a lot of new faces here. I guess you have people that like you. They follow
I pay them well. I pay them well.
Yeah, I got to up my pay on some of these people.
Right?
So much so that I don't have any money, you know?
It's like, you can see I don't have much money here too, you know. So,
Oh,
But I bet you have enough for a cannoli right now.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you kidding me?
Hello.
I go to investigations now. People bring me cannoli, so it's
We do.
There
We
you go.
bring it to him.
They
There you
do.
go.
He's like
I was
the
oh.
Godfather. He's good.
So, I want to thank the audience for tonight. Thank you for here. Saying, don't go anywhere, okay, Paul? Don't. We're going to when we end
Right.
the show.
Don't go anywhere.
Right. Absolutely.
Al,
Like what? Like he's gonna disappear.
Al in the audience. And message me because I've been meaning to invite you on the show.
Yeah.
And so yeah, message me, Al.
You want to have Al on your show. He
Al-
is.
I do
He's
want
an
to have
awesome
him on our
guy.
show.
My past podcast, I had him. He was
Yes.
a great guy.
I remember that
Yeah,
one.
so Al, message me, please, so I can remember. But we got to really do end the show. Thank you for
Okay.
coming, everybody. I really had a great time. And if you go out there, ghost hunting, if you go out there for Bigfoot, you go out there for rakes, just got to be careful because you want to look for ghosts. You don't want to be a ghost. Good night. Ciao, familia.
Bye,
Forget
everyone. Good
about
night.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?